Hello and welcome to the monthly music mix for April 2023, where I'll be covering all the singles and albums that I've listened to over the month. Starting with the singles, we have
Sad Pony.
Search and Rescue by Drake. Search and Rescue is the latest single by Drake, and it's insanely boring and has some terrible lyrics. The boredom of this track is best shown through Drake's delivery, where he just delivers everything in the most monotone, deadpan voice. The lyrics on this song suck. Drake delivers a bunch of lines where he just ends everything by saying mommy. It's not good, and I am giving this song a light 0 out of 10. Next we have Church Outfit by Poppy. Church Outfit is the first single by Poppy in this year, and it's just alright. Poppy's vocals on this song are very good, however I don't think it really works with the instrumental. Like, the song reminds me of a Steffelstein song, such as the song Pursuit. With this in mind, I am giving this song a light 6 out of 10. Next is Jesus He Knows Me by Ghost. Jesus He Knows Me is the first single for Ghost's Pantomime Covers EP, and is a cover of the Genesis song of the same name. The song honestly feels more high energy than anything on Ghost's last album, which makes it more interesting than about half the track list from that album. Guitar riffs and backing vocals on this track are great. Tobias also gives a very good vocal delivery that keeps up with the energy of the song. And with this in mind, I am giving this song a high 8 out of 10. Next is Until I Know by Panchiko. Until I Know is the second single from the latest album by Panchiko, and is a lot more interesting than the first. I really enjoy the guitar lines on this song. I also really enjoy the vocal delivery on the song, as it's calm and smooth. And with this in mind, I am giving this song a light 8 out of 10. Next is Something to Say by James and the Cold Gun. Something to Say is the latest single by James and the Cold Gun, and keeps the fun and hype energy of the other singles. I enjoy the build-up on this song, however, it doesn't really go anywhere with the chorus in my opinion. However, I do like the instrumental in between the second and third chorus. So far, this is my least favorite single release for their upcoming album, but I am giving this a light 8 out of 10. Next is High Life by Bloc Party. High Life is the latest single by Bloc Party to promote with their tour with Paramore, and it's just alright. It continues the trend of Bloc Party's recent music of just being okay, with everything after Silent Alarm falling into this. I do really like Kelly's vocals on this track, and the beat as well. But I'm just giving this song a high 6 out of 10. Next is Don't Let the Devil by Killer Mike. Don't Let the Devil is the third single for the latest solo album by Killer Mike. The song opens with a great verse by Mike and is followed up with another great verse by longtime contributor, the other half of Run the Jewels LP. Thank You Good Sir's chorus and the beat production by No ID and LP is also really good on this song. The song excites me for what will be on the rest of the album, since there's also a confirmed Andre 3000 verse on another track. And with this in mind, I am giving this song a high 8 out of 10. Next is The Void by Spiritbox. The Void is the latest release by metalcore band Spiritbox and follows up their Rotoscope EP. The song is pretty good. I love the vocals on it, and the instrumental is also really good. The song also adds some more shoegazy sounds into Spiritbox's sound, which I think works really well. And with this in mind, I am giving this song a light 8 out of 10. Next is Portraits by Panchiko. Portraits is the final single for the latest album by Panchiko. This track is solid. It's got a light dreamy feel. However, my main issue with the song is that nothing really happens overall, and it's like 4 minutes of runtime. I just don't really find anything that gets me like attached to the song, and just because of this, I'm giving this a light 6 out of 10. Next is The Dumb Song by AJR. AJR releases their first single of 2023, and it's pretty consistent with their quality standards. The song has really annoying trumpets on it. I can't stand the lyrics. However, one good thing about the song is it's produced well, unlike everything else AJR has made, which is overblown crap. But this is AJR's best song, and I'm still giving it a light 1 out of 10. Next is No More Lies by Thundercat and Tame Impala. No More Lies is the first collaborative song by Thundercat and Tame Impala. On this song, they both effectively combine their styles. However, I feel like the song goes on too long and doesn't really have anything that hooks me in during like the 5-minute runtime of the song. But with this in mind, I am giving this a light 7 out of 10. And finally, for the singles, we have Double Fantasy by The Weeknd featuring Future. Double Fantasy is the first track from the soundtrack to the Weeknd show, The Idol. Abel's vocal performance is great as always, however the instrumental doesn't really work in my opinion. It's just kind of too boring. I also think that transition into Future's verse doesn't really work well, and the instrumental just doesn't work underneath the verse given. Because of this, I am giving this song a light 5 out of 10. On to the albums, we are starting with the Lost Demos from Meteora's 20th anniversary release by Linkin Park. To celebrate the 20th anniversary of their album Meteora, Linkin Park released a 6-disc box set containing the original album, live shows, and demos from the recording sessions. This review will only cover the final disc of the box set, as it is the only disc with newly released material. The release starts with 2 previously released singles, Lost and Fighting Myself, which are pretty good, and goes into the slightly weaker track, More the Victim. However, the next track, Massive, is a highlight in my opinion. The song almost feels like it's Linkin Park's attempt at making a song that is similar to the sound of Deftones' Around the Fur, and I think it works really well. Following this is the track Healing Foot, which personally feels like if you were to extend the original release of this album with the bonus tracks from this release, it would be a really good ender to the album. And I feel personally that it does work better as an ending than Numb, with its elegant soft close on the piano of the song. Next few tracks are a variation of the song A6 from the LPU releases and instrumentals for a collection of tracks on the original album. The album closes with 2 pretty good instrumental tracks, and with this in mind, I am giving this album a light 8 out of 10. Next we have Hope by NF. This is so far the worst album I have heard all year, but it does have some competition in the future with some bad releases already confirmed for this year. On Hope, NF releases a collection of very bad tracks with a few decent ones sprinkled in. This album starts with a really bad 3-track opening run with the intro, Hope, having a really annoying section where it stacks vocals on top of each other. Motto is a song with a pretty lame theme where NF talks about how he doesn't care about going mainstream, even though he has one of the best-selling rap albums of the year and is in the top 500 artists on Spotify, which I would personally say is pretty big. There's also a line on the song where he mentioned how he misses buying CDs in the store, which is something you can still do. Track 3, Careful, is really boring, except for the line Corday drops about Kanye, which is very odd at this time. But outside of Mama and Pandemonium, the rest of the tracks are super uninteresting, which is why I'm giving this album a light 1 out of 10. Next we have Brothers in Christ by Chatpile and Nerver. Brothers in Christ is the second split EP by Chatpile, and this time it includes 2 tracks by the band Nerver. The album kicks off with 2 great tracks from Nerver, with the crushing Kicks in the Sky and a personal highlight, and the banger The Nerve. Following these 2 tracks are Chatpile's contributions to this project. First of the 2 tracks on here, King, is definitely my least favorite from the release, however still insanely good, and it is followed by the great track Cut, which was released before the EP's release. Due to all of this, I am giving this EP a mid 9 out of 10. And finally, for our albums, we have Playing with Fire by Redveil. Playing with Fire is the latest EP by Redveil and his first project since his album Learn to Swim. Playing with Fire in its short length is a collection of great choruses and fun beats. Production on every song is great. Every song has a really fun, high energy, with the song Black Enough being a big highlight in my opinion. Also, Gift Bag is also really good. And with this in mind, I am giving this EP a light 8 out of 10. For some other recommendations for this month, I am going with Clipping by Clipping, Killing Joke's self-titled album, Trilogy by Carpenter Brewett, Rage Against the Machine's self-titled album, Good Kid, Mad City by Kendrick Lamar, and 444 by Jay-Z. That will be all for this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.